Alright, what's up everybody? We are on Season 1, Episode 4 of Arcane, which is called Happy Progress Day. Yeah, we're definitely making some great progress right now. Oh my god, man, just coming off of that third episode, which I watched last week, I still don't think I've quite recovered from it. It was absolutely batshit insane, and just hadn't expected that would be, that these sort of drastic events would be turning out like this so quickly, super early on in the show, right? Yeah, I mean, we lost Milo, we lost Clagger, and most importantly, we lost Vander, and it's just like it leaves us now in this crazy situation where not only is Vi all by herself, the same basically goes for Powder, except she, of course, has embraced Silco. And I really wonder where they're going to go with that storyline in particular. I wonder if, like, this is the fucked up thing about Vi, is that very understandably, in the moment, she felt super angry at Powder because she made this whole thing happen. And wasn't even initially aware of it and was saying it almost proudly, like, look what I did. I took care of some of the bad guys, right? Yeah, you also took care of a bunch of great people in the process, so good job on that. But again, that whole moment was so fucked up because she herself, Powder I'm talking about, starts just like, bursting out and crying there, right? And it's like, oh my god, everything sort of just hit me. I felt so bad for her, but then at the same time, again, you can't judge Vi for literally walking away from her sister there in that moment out of pure anger. As messed up as that was too, she wanted to go back. As soon as she saw that Silco showed up, she was ready to go rescue her sister there in a moment, immediately, right? And that was very much the redeeming moment immediately for you to then not feel too bad about Vi anymore now. But she was stopped there by somebody, right? And I still actually don't know who that was. I think it's just appeared to be just a random enforcer. But I could be wrong about that. So where is that whole storyline going to go? I imagine that the two won't really be reunited until much later in the show. Yeah, maybe like by the end of the season or something, right? But again, what is that conversation going to look like? How the hell is Vi going to convince Powder that she was willing to go back for her there? And how does how does Powder not feel? Yeah, that's the beauty of it too, but she's going to feel so betrayed in the exact same way that Silco did, of course, with Vander. And I think Silco is really going to be able to play into those emotions of betrayal that Powder must feel. In the meantime, I can't believe it, but like while all this chaos is going on, we still have the storyline, of course, with Jayce. Almost forgot his name there, but like, yeah, Jayce, of course, proving that he is able to... well, I still don't really know how to put that, to be honest, but he showed a glimpse of like what he's able to do with that magic there, right? And clearly, while his professor... God, I keep blanking out on the names, but Heimerdigger or something he was called, I think. But like, he does not want them to mess around with it. Other people, other rich families in Piltover clearly think differently about that and are willing to give it a shot. And I get a feeling like they might need some of that magic in that battle against, the zone, I think it's called, right? The region, the lower region. Which might now, with Silco, taking over and using all those experimental fluids or whatever, right, to turn people into complete crazy monsters, there's going to be a war between these factions brewing here. And so, again, that magic will very much come in handy the moment that they realize that too. So we're going to see where that all goes. Yeah, I think I've caught you all up to speed on where we are at in the show. It's been great so far, man. Only 3 episodes, but I feel like so much has happened. And... yeah, there's only 9 episodes, but I do think that by the end of it'll feel like it's been such a great journey. And of course, it helps that these episodes are in general, quite a bit longer. Again, I generally compare this to the animes that I'm watching at the moment, which are all much shorter episodes, and therefore 9 episodes here doesn't feel like much, but I feel like it's gonna definitely add up to feeling like a well-rounded storyline that they will have. I assume not concluded yet, because we're going to get a season 2, and, this is a story that will become much more expansive, but by the end of this season, I imagine that quite some arcs have developed, to put it like that, and, yeah, especially with how quickly things are unfolding right now in episode 3, I can only imagine that's what's going to be happening. But, guys, with that being said, if you enjoy my reactions to Arcane, then, of course, you can already watch the next 4 episodes straight away over my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we'll already be on episode 8 so you can catch up to all of those reactions right now. Your support is, of course, very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. I also have my full-length reactions up there if you want to see the entire episodes along with me. And then with that being said, let's get into episode 4 of Arcane. Here we go.
You wanted to see me, Professor?
Ah, come in, Jayce. Can you believe it? Our city is about to turn 200 years old. A bicentennial.
Is that what it's called?
An amazing progress day.
Oh, so that's what they're celebrating.
Stanwyck set his personal ambitions aside and focused on something far more important. Our future. He realized nothing he could accomplish could compare to the contributions of his students.
I had no idea.
Is he trying to teach him a lesson?
That was his sacrifice. A dear friend.
Make it get through to him.
The council has recommended you give the Progress Day speech this year. Your hex gates have done wonders for our city. Brought scholars from distant lands, reignited passions in arts and science.
I will do my best
Has
to make Piltover proud,
time
Professor.
perhaps passed?
Short notice, I know, but perhaps there's something in the lab you might be able to share.
Come to the lab this afternoon, I'll show you.
I'll look forward to it. You certainly have something to look
How
up
much
to, my
time has
boy.
passed since the last episode? Because this makes it seem like it could have been months already. Would make sense, because then we're gonna see it pick up also with like Powder being more comfortable already with Silco's, you know, group. Damn, man. Wow, I still have no idea sometimes what I'm actually looking at, but it looks fantastic. It's like a fun fair. Love it. A mechanical butterfly. Man of Progress. Damn, that's his title.
Jayce Tallis, the visionary behind the Hex Gates, a beacon of trade and prosperity.
Wow, yeah,
for our
they
great
all
city.
honor him now
Excuse me. Sorry.
for what he did. I thought that's who it was.
Serves you right.
Remember how the mom felt about him?
I'm working. She'd do anything to keep me from seeing the real world.
Well, at least you'll have front row seats to the speech.
Speech.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving the big address tonight.
She didn't even realize that yet.
We really have to send it to anarchy.
Have fun hurting the drunkards.
I guess those were some of the drunkards. I wouldn't be flying on any of those things while I'm drunk, to be honest. You're asking to fall off. Barrels. Marked. Oh, it has that material. Clearly, like the
friend downtown.
it was like purple as well, so the color was the same. Wait, so is Zone planning some kind of attack? On Progress Day? Firelights. That's what they call them.
We have 5 minutes till they're out of there.
Wait, who are the firelights?
Seen this much shimmer before?
Ooh, trap. They literally trapped themselves in the ship.
Oh no. She's here.
She is here. Is this Powder? Oh my god, what the hell are they building up right now? What has Powder turned into? Oh my god. She was just swinging around there. Yep, well those grenades are an obvious giveaway. Oh my god. No. Her new emo look. So this is some kind of rogue faction then. Oh shit! Wait, she's just seeing things. Nah, it's actually her, right?
I want to fight. You're not ready.
Fuck. I mean, there's no way she actually killed her, like... the beginning of this episode. I'm a little lost, but you could probably tell. Man. Love the way they visualize that turret.
Heimerdinger believes science should be used to improve lives as much as we do. We just need to show him it's safe. It's our turn to decide the future of Hextech.
Okay, so they want to take it a step further even.
Professor, I'm so glad you could make it.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, my boy. What do we have on the docket?
Hextech was supposed to bring magic into the life of the common man, and now it finally can. A Hextech gemstone.
Wait!
We
Oh.
found a means to fortify the crystals.
Yeah,
This new version is stable and
doesn't
absolutely
explode, I guess.
Safe. We can now design portable devices.
Oh,
Some mechanical arm. They're all trying to turn into Thanos.
The Atlas gauntlets. The mining colonies in the fissures can work faster and without fatigue.
Ah, awesome, yeah. And I guess it's also good for combat if needed. Or just lasering your enemies to death, I guess. And that.
Imagine what our artificers could do
I mean,
with such a device.
they're all talking about
I want Hextech
work
to be a
stuff,
tool
but
for us to build a new world.
clearly it'll be used for different
Finally
purposes as
possible.
well. Oh my god, yeah, you just almost burnt the shit out of the little animal here.
obviously there are a few kinks to iron out and screws to be tightened, but give it a decade of careful research.
A decade.
and it will be ready.
They don't have a decade.
Oh, don't worry, my boy. It zips past you in the blink of an eye.
With respect, Professor, we can be improving lives with
Yeah, the
Hextech.
professor is always about
A breakthrough like
playing
this
it
takes
cautious.
time, Victor. Putting that kind of power into everyone's hands is dangerous.
Probably for the
Keep
better.
at it, and I'm sure you will discover a way to safeguard Hextech against misuse.
There must have been 4 or 5 of them. I don't know how they got inside.
Oh. Sneaking onto the ship. Yeah. You want to be very careful with that, probably. So this is where it all happened. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's the same ship, right? I love how she can just analyze the environment and seems like she's completely figuring out how it all happened too.
You're from the Undercity.
Caitlyn Kiraman. Why does that not surprise me? You're supposed to be guarding your mother's tent.
I was sheriff, but she doesn't need it, and clearly this takes priority.
I realize you're used to getting your way, Kiraman, but we have a chain of command for a reason.
I understand, but there's more going
Or
on here than just the smuggling. If I could just question him,
I'll take it from here.
is this organization a
Since
little
you're looking
corrupt?
For more work, you can take the graveyard shift tonight at the fair.
He clearly didn't like her just investigating there in general, I think, but I could be reading it wrong. Oh man, the last drop won't be the same without Vander, yeah. It just turned into mayhem, didn't it?
She fired on us.
There are always mishaps in battle. I expect better from you than excuses. It was your job to make sure things went smoothly. You failed. Don't disappoint me again.
Man, I hate how Silco is now even operating from this place.
What happened?
One of those firelight wackos was a girl. With pink hair.
Just a look-alike? Yeah, I guess so, right?
Your sister's gone. You know that as well as I
Oh
do.
no.
I know. Sisters, right? Can't live with them, can't stuff them back in the old baby maker.
She's
Today's
crazy.
spirit has set us back weeks. The sons and daughters of Zon deserve more than their runoff.
God, he really became a sugar daddy.
I know.
These people have nothing new to offer me. The only one actually worth my time is him. The golden boy. Oh, he's one built over his heart.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Well, here he comes. Yeah, she was always fond of the Hextech.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
It's Heimerdinger.
He needs her to win him over or to...
We've shown him our research. He thinks we need more time.
It's Progress Day.
Just ignore him.
Representatives from all over the world have come to see what new wonders the City of Progress has to offer. Hextech has the potential to change everything. The world is ready.
I just feel like, yeah, it's gonna change everything for the worse.
Of course. Everyone wants Hextech for themselves. It's your speech.
You can just tell the negative consequences looming over everything.
It wasn't her.
Oh my god, the
Just some wannabe street trash.
ghosts of her victims still haunting her.
Now he thinks I'm weak.
Damn, man. She really mentally lost it.
Johnny on the spot.
That's exactly what that crying already... the vibe it gave me in episode 3. Oh my god, just... obsessed by destruction, I guess.
You should come up with me. We're partners. No, not in front of all of them.
Stage fright.
You have your speech prepared?
Yeah, Jayce clearly likes giving a presentation, like he did in court already.
Join me in welcoming to the stage.
I love how he puts the cup over Victor to sort of like symbolize... You know, he's just the second man, I guess. The person in the background that never gets the credit. Even though he's just as important, probably.
A few years ago, the Hex Gates opened their ports to the world and made Piltover prosper beyond anything we could have ever imagined. But we're not done yet.
You're never done. Well, time to show them, I guess.
This year, we've created something new for you.
He's like, you're not actually... What's happening?
That we will share with you
Is he having like second
when the
thoughts?
time is right.
Ooh, okay.
We vow to keep pressing forward, for we are the City of Progress, and our future is bright.
Interesting, you wonder why he didn't choose to go all out yet. Maybe he did figure it was the better tactic? Yeah, they did not like that.
That it then? I thought that Talus boy was some kind of genius.
Fire! Fire!
Okay, the tent caught fire. Oh shit. She was behind it? She's acting this. Oh god, is she luring them into a trap?
By accident. Totally by accident.
Oh my god, this was creepy as fuck. Here's my mark. Wow. I was gonna say, don't tell me she dies now too. I can't handle more deaths, man.
The gemstone is gone, along with some of our research papers.
How did it come to this?
She stole it?
For too long has the underground been left unchecked.
We've lost touch.
Oh, that was literally just a distraction to get in there and steal it? Damn, I didn't even realize that.
Controlled, not by us.
So where does that leave us? I have come before you to recommend that we suspend all Hextech operations until the situation is resolved.
Have you lost your mind?
The Hex Gates
Interesting how he's actually doing the right thing, it seems. Obviously, they all don't like it.
Thousands would lose their income.
But shouldn't the safety of Piltover be our first priority?
I guess the
Sacrifice your life's work?
professor did kind of get through to him in the end, in certain regards.
If we shut down the Hex Gates, the city will suffer.
Nah, you know what
But
they're
if we
gonna do.
Nothing. We leave ourselves vulnerable to malefactors. Perhaps the time has come to explore
Yep.
a more radical solution.
What are you suggesting?
Evolve the technology
Mr. Tallis has demonstrated his commitment to our safety.
and go after
He's
who
willing
robbed
to sacrifice
the thing.
his own enterprise. I propose that a new chair be brought forth, and that House Tallis be elevated to this august body.
The council has held 7 seats for generations.
Does the boy have any experience?
Only that of a scientist, like Heimerdinger.
So she wants to have an 8th one?
Hextech security should be administered by a scientist. I second the motion.
Well then, shall we?
It's
vote?
crazy how these characters keep making choices that you don't expect from them. But I guess even the professor didn't see another option. Oh my god.
Half a dozen enforcers dead. Enforcers dead.
Yeah.
A building.
Ugh.
Oh. Yeah.
At this point, I'm just waiting for it to start twerking.
What you've done.
She has lost it. It's actually quite sad to see. Yep.
Happy Progress Day.
There we go. Pole dancing as well. Yep, they made progress. Oh, I love how that came back to bite him.
You know how I've suspected there is a single mind behind the Undercity's violence?
The Great Conspiracy.
I think whoever attacked the square is our suspect. The same symbols showed up at the botched smuggling operation at the Hex Gates. The answer is here, staring me in the face. I can feel it.
She wants to directly face Powder.
If I can just work this out, Marcus will have to listen.
Yeah, there's one thing I've learned about the council. They need more than just theories.
Since when did you consider
I don't know if Marcus can be trusted though.
Since I became a counselor.
You're serious?
Unfortunately, yes.
Why?
I was actually hoping you might consider joining my staff. You almost died, Kate. I just want you to be safe.
Thanks, but I already have a job.
No, you don't. After the attack, your parents spoke to the sheriff. Kate.
Get out.
Damn, they got rid of her. Still Waterhold? Oh no, what the hell is this creepy hideout? Some fortress.
I need to speak with one of the inmates.
Yeah, well, folks in
It's a
here
prison.
are usually very talkative.
This one was hit by friendly fire. He's got reason to talk. Must have been sent in today?
Yeah, I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
Well, there's been an incident.
What kind of incident?
We got shanked.
Not so pretty kind.
Yeah.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him.
Oh, you'll be able to.
Okay, well he's not dead yet at least.
Who assaulted him?
Well, I guess the people that were scared for you to talk to him. Wait. Is this Vi? It sure looks like it.
Who the hell are you?
Wow. Loving the tattoo. This was a really good episode, honestly. I just love in general how, you know, the biggest surprise came, to me at least, immediately at the start, realizing how some time had passed already and we didn't immediately pick up anymore after the events of last episode. And I think what was done so well is that the creators really thought about, okay, picking back up a few months or whatever, however long it's been, where are we at with all these characters and stuff, right? And so you just see the ways in which, well, I mean, honestly, it might have been years, to be honest, but you see how Powder, who they are now calling Jinx, I guess, so I'm going to have to get used to the name, but I still feel inclined to call her Powder, but like she's lost it, that's clear, and that's exactly the vibe that the last episode was giving off to me when we saw her burst out in crying there. I mentioned it during the reaction already, but like, it was giving me some very unsettling vibes. And I knew that this event here was about to affect to create a trauma, I guess. And this episode basically entirely confirmed that to us, right? Just yeah, the twisted ways in which she thinks. It's hard to explain, but like, you know, that sort of attack that she does, and just the way that she lures those people into a trap, but also the way that she clings on to Silco like that in a very eerie, unsettling, once again way, you know, where I called him her new sugar daddy, I guess, but like that's really what it felt like to me. And it just, I don't know, everything about it is just kind of, yeah, you know, on one hand, of course, it's easy for me to say, oh, I hate her now, but I don't really hate her. I just find it tragic to see too, because it's like, it's the same thing as with Silco himself, what happened, where you heard him explain his backstory, and it's like, it's easy to hate on him. At the same time, you can still relate to what got him to be in that position now, and what got him to what led him onto this destructive path. That's the exact same thing that I'm feeling right now with Powder or Jinx. You know, where it's like you can, and that's what's, I mean, that's always what makes a great villain at the end of the day, right? Is that like a villain can still be evil, but you can at the same time understand their motivation, understand what caused them to be that way. They still feel human in that sense. And that's exactly what they're doing in Powder, and I fucking love it, right? Yeah, one other character that I should just mention, I don't really know what else or what I can say about it specifically, but I really like what they're doing with Caitlyn's character, who felt sort of like an, well, I wouldn't say an afterthought so far, but like a character that was going to have a minor role. Because, of course, you had our own crew that was still, you know, we still had Vander and Milo and Clagger, so there clearly wasn't much room yet to really get into Caitlyn's story, but now you notice that more and more, where she herself has this drive, and I don't know, I really like what they did with a character in this episode, and I'm super curious to see where her storyline is going to go, because it seems like she is very much an all-around good character, and where with all these other characters I have sort of my doubts, and I have my reasons to still question them. For example, Jayce was one of them very much, right, where he wants to push. At first, at least, it seemed like that. He wanted to push that technology so bad, and I'm like, yeah, but dude, do you really know what you're doing here? I like how he himself started getting second thoughts there during his presentation, which was definitely surprising to me to see. But again, it's like, none of these characters very much are black and white, I guess. Vi is, of course, a similar situation, where she is, well, so far was our protagonist, although we didn't really see her in this episode at all until the very end. I wonder how she ended up in the prison. But you know, even with her, it's like she makes certain choices that I'm not fully on board with, right? I feel like Caitlyn is the only character so far that I'm looking at. I'm like going, this is a character that I actually really feel like rooting for. So, yeah, guys, I think I've said everything that I felt like saying for this episode. I really enjoyed how they decided to continue the story here and what they went for with this 4th episode. It's every episode in itself feels once again like a new journey or whatever. I don't know how to put it, but like these episodes dive into a lot. That's what I mean to say, and I very much appreciate that. So, guys, if you enjoyed my reaction here to episode 4 of Arcane, then of course you can already watch the next 4 episodes straight away over my Patreon page, which is going to be linked on top of the description. Over there, we'll already be on episode 8, so we're going to be super close to the finale. You can check all that out right now. Your support is, of course, very much appreciated and allows me to make these videos in the first place. Full-length reactions will, of course, be up there as well if you want to see me react to the episodes in their entirety. And now with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you back in the next episode.